515# to subscribe.
Hello, I'm Jasmine Jack with the news update. Prime Minister James Marape has denied a post circulating on social media that he is the richest person in Papua New Guinea. He has also instructed the Department of Information and Communication Technology and other agencies to identify those responsible for spreading such false information.
The social media post circulating list the 10 richest people in PNG is starting from the bottom. Governor General Sir Bob Dadai, former Prime Minister the late Sir Rabina Maliu, Vanimo Green MP Belden Nama, former Bougainville President John Momis, Kandep MP and Higher Education Minister Don Polier, former Prime Minister Pius Wingti, former Prime Minister Peter O'Neill, former Prime Minister the late Sir Mekere Morauta, former Prime Minister Sir Julius Chen, and Prime Minister Marape at the top. Prime Minister Marape in a statement says the post is very misleading and mischievous given the current political situation in the country. He denied being the richest person in PNG as this fake post claims. The Prime Minister further expressed his disappointment that leaders such as Governor General Sir Bob Dadai and the late former Prime Minister Sir Rabi have been included on the list. He stressed that this post and others of similar nature are fake and fabricated and deliberately done to smear the names of the leaders. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Police investigators have been urged to improve investigative skills to ensure all police cases before the court are processed and not struck out, dismissed or withdrawn. NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika emphasized this to NCD and Central Police personnel during the police parade on Friday, May the 17th, 2024. Sika said the increasing number of cases being thrown out by the courts is alarming. The Community Development Agreement negotiations on the Pogera mine project get underway in Wabeg-Enga province on Monday, May the 20th. The CDA process gets off the ground this week after the mining minister, Mugua Dilu, and Mineral Resources Authority, including stakeholders, and New Pogera Limited launched the CDA last week. The process and negotiations will take 2 to 3 where landowners of the impacted Pogera mine areas meet with stakeholders to negotiate benefits deriving from the Pogera mine. Minister Dilu said the CDA is a government process that is catered for under the Mining Act 1992 and various other laws, and the negotiations would hence be guided by these laws and urge stakeholders to negotiate within the ambits of these laws.
You may too much understand as a power, you know, come mine by enough stuff. Government by enough some benefit or revenue, now you may go to stop here by enough sim. So, man, too by enough operate. Now, you may go to stop also. You may go to equal right. Me like talk as some CDA process long Yuri, long Pogera mine, and me open. Me declare him open.
PNG Power Limited has partnered with MiBank to enhance bill payment accessibility for Amnesty customers. The new system allows customers to pay bills through MiBank's 2050 agents across PNG, streamlining the collection process. This partnership is expected to boost revenue by providing a convenient, real-time payment solution, moving away from the previous reliance on cash payments at PPL offices. Launched in 2022, the Amnesty Initiative has registered around 50,000 consumers and collected over 800,000 kina. PPL plans to extend this program throughout Port Moresby and other areas supported by USAID PEP. Turning overseas, South Australian businesses could enter the supply chain for America's nuclear-powered submarines as part of a new deal signed by the state government. The partnership was announced by Premier Peter Malinauskas, in Virginia, during a tour of America's largest shipbuilder. It's part of a push to prepare SA's workforce to build the AUKUS submarine fleet at Osborne.
In Virginia,
I'm going to let you kind of take the helmet over here.
Welding new ties between South Australia and the US.
Every opportunity we can get from an experienced shipbuilder like HII is something we simply must grab.
The shipbuilder has agreed to help South Australian companies enter the nuclear-powered submarine supply chain before the first AUKUS vessels built at Osborne are delivered in the early 2040s.
While it will take time before parts start getting produced that appear on the SSN AUKUS submarine, there isn't a more immediate opportunity to participate in the Virginia-class program.
We really look at AUKUS as an opportunity to enhance the industrial capability of all three partner nations.
Defence experts say the deal gives local welders, machining and fabrication companies a pipeline of work sooner to avoid a potential valley of death.
We need the skills to start to be developed now because these are really high-tech skills that currently don't exist in Australia at all.
But with an estimated 4,000 workers needed to design, then build submarine infrastructure at Osborne, the Premier says it's a race against the clock to train people in time.
You've got to walk before you can run, but I think it's fair to say that when it comes to South Australian industry, they're walking pretty fast.
Frankly, Australia industry is quite strong. It is very capable. It is not a capability issue as much as it is a scaling issue.
Mr Malinauskas will spend the rest of his US trip meeting with congressional and industrial leaders in Washington before touring America's other nuclear submarine construction yard in Connecticut.
Dairy farmers across Australia have been enjoying high milk prices for a number of years. But despite the record profits, farmers and producers continue to leave the industry. Australia's milk supply is the lowest it's been in 30 years, and cheap imported dairy products are on the rise, with farmers warning the high prices aren't sustainable.
Jamie Forster has been up before dawn, doing the same job since he was 15 years old. But after decades milking cows and none of his kids interested in dairy farming, he's calling stumps.
I've been doing it for 37 years. My body and my mind's had enough.
Jamie's story is being played out across the industry, especially in Victoria, which provides 2/3 of Australia's milk pool, including most of the nation's $3.3 billion export products. Last year, 8% of Victorian dairy businesses quit, despite almost record milk prices.
It's just a wear and tear. It is 7 days a week, and it is quite stressful.
And manufacturers processing the milk are also struggling, with 11 Australian factories shutting in the last 18 months. The exodus is being blamed on farm labour problems, the rising cost of farmland, water policy, floods, drought and other international factors, creating an uncertain future for the industry.
It's created some challenges for the whole of industry, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the Australian dairy industry go through a significant period of transformation.
But not everyone has a gloomy outlook. Milk production this season is predicted to lift by 3%, the largest jump in a decade. Leongatha South farmer Callum Moscript is expanding his dairy and has a new $5 million milking shed almost ready to roll.
So we'll go from milking 80 to 100 cows to 270 to 300 cows an hour, with a third of the labour. I believe Gippsland is the centre of dairy in Australia. and we're in a prime location, and we just thought, let's go all in and really take whatever opportunities may come moving forward.
For Jamie Forster, though, this season will be his last as he transitions to beef production, which will free up some time for other pursuits.
I haven't played footy for 20 years. Yeah. I'm going to go back and have a couple of games in the over 35s.
In sports, the PNG Barramundis have settled well in St. Kitts, West Indies for the ICC T20 World Cup tournament, opening up with a first practice match against Canada over the weekend. Additional practice matches are scheduled throughout the week, against Canada in the second match and 2 more matches against Namibia, confirmed by Barramundis head coach Tatenda Taibu on Sunday, May 19th. Included in the support team to this ICC T20 World Cup tournament, the PNG Barramundis have the invaluable expertise of specialist coach Phil Simmons, former West Indies cricketer and Trinidadian all-rounder with impressive 40-plus years of cricketing experience. Simmons says the team has settled in well and going straight into their training. The Barras have shown a lot of energy as they continue training and look forward to warm-up matches. The 74th FIFA Congress awarded the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 to Brazil, the first time it will take place in South America. In an open vote, Brazil was appointed to host the 10th edition of the tournament after receiving 119 votes, while the joint bid of Belgium, Netherlands and Germany received 78. It is the first time that a FIFA Congress has voted on the hosts of the FIFA Women's World Cup. The tournament will provide a significant opportunity for FIFA to continue to build on the momentum generated by previous editions, including the globally applauded record-breaking FIFA Women's World Cup 2023, held in Australia and New Zealand last year. FIFA President Gianni Infantino, while at the Congress in Bangkok, Thailand, unveiling Brazil as hosts of FIFA Women's World Cup 2027. He presented the certificate to Brazilian Football Confederation President Enaldo Rodrigues and Brazil delegation as they celebrated. Brazil Football Confederation applauded FIFA for its impartiality and transparency in awarding Brazil to host the Women's World Cup 2027. And that ends the news update. Join us at 6 for more.